Hey, what's up? Welcome to the AV Club podcast. This is the second part of the episode I released with Zach and Ryan. Like I said last week, if you listened to it at all, this was such a silly, goofy, fun time. Like, we were just messing around with each other, making each other laugh, roasting each other, and just having a good time as friends. So if you enjoyed the first one, you're definitely going to enjoy this one because it's just a continuation of that. We got a little silly. I put some sound effects in there like this. Oh, can't hear that. There we go. That was dumb. I love that one, though. And there's a couple more. And yeah, so stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the podcast.
And we're back. That's what he says. It's so funny. He goes, and we're back. It's hilarious. I'll show you guys a clip after we're done. But yeah, honestly, I'm having a blast. This is so fun.
There's this
Good time, yeah.
There's this one comedian I
Dude,
listen
I'm
to.
not political.
Me neither, man. Thank you. There's this other guy I listen to. His name is Dan Cummins. He's got a podcast that I listen to pretty frequently. It's called Time Suck. And just like what you're talking about was it James?
Franco.
No, the glass guy.
Rick
Glass guy.
Rick Jamesman.
Rick James Glass guy.
Yes.
So Dan Cummins does kind of the same thing, but he'll do these like podcasts over different things. He'll do it over like serial killers. He'll do it over cults, like Mesopotamians, just history, everything. And his little tangents are absolutely hilarious. Where I'll just be driving in my truck and just crying, laughing, because I just can't get over how funny the dude is and how off the wall everything is.
It's so funny, dude. And that's like the freaking. Why do you like his podcast? Besides the humor,
dude, I like it because it's so informational. Like it.
Okay.
He went over Mormonism, the cult of Mormonism.
Yeah.
Good God, I could not stop laughing. It was so funny.
See, that's cool when you combine two elements, right? Like when humor meets actual knowledge and like history.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love history, but I don't read enough to like feel like comfortable enough to tell people, hey, this is actually what happened in history. Like I don't read enough to know like the facts. So I don't want to like be like, yeah, the Mormon, like this is what I feel about the Mormons and like try to make fun. Like it doesn't work.
Dude, I don't
Everybody
know enough
has
about it either.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why podcasts are cool. And then like the ones I listen to primarily, they're like conversations between two people, and you feel like you're sitting in, and it's like they're just cool, man.
That's what I like. I like the conversational ones. The ones that Dan Cummins does, it's not like 15 minutes. It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And he will go into the entire like history. He'll go through just different timelines of the entire thing to where you can kind of understand.
Wait, are you sure his last name is Cummins?
Yeah, Cummins.
Oh, okay. So there's a guy that his name is Dan Carlin, and he does this podcast called Hardcore History.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally has like 3, 4, 5 hour episodes on like history. Like he goes in depth. It's not funny, but it's like.
Oh, see, I won't listen to that one.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure you were like saying the right like guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm illiterate, so thank you. I
We
appreciate
established
it.
that, yeah.
Illiterate? You're illiterate?
Yeah.
I'm illiterate.
You're
Sorry, I'm
you're-
dyslexic too.
So you are a literate. You're a person who is
I am
literate.
very literate, but I'm also very illiterate.
Okay.
And dyslexic.
Say it one
How
more
do you
time.
say that
say
one more time?
time? No, say it one more time.
Dyslexic.
No, the other one.
No,
the-
dyslexic. I don't know, but no, I love that shit, dude. Whenever you can combine comedy with history, it's absolutely hilarious because it makes it so much more interesting to listen to. So I listen to your podcast.
Dude, I got to figure out my voice in this thing, man.
I think your voice is perfect, man.
Like not my actual voice, but
Beautiful.
like what my thing is. Because at first I was like, oh, I want this to be like very similar to Joe Rogan, where I just talk to people and learn about them, hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
But I think it's an element of that and an element of like comedy, because I'm not like a serious guy all the time. I can't be serious, and I love like when you open up, or when you open up, I'll listen and be serious back. But like I don't want that all the time. You know, like I'm
Comedian.
So,
I like
that's
fun.
more what you want.
Like fun.
so wait, you're 33, 34 episodes in, right?
Yeah.
Which one was your which one did you feel like you were just like in it? Like this is the one. Like
Where I was in it.
like you were in it, you liked the conversation with the person you had on.
I mean, I'm not like, I don't want to like, you know, call anybody out.
Right. No
But,
shade or nothing, but like
Ben was bad. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm serious though. Like, I don't have a specific one because they've all been very similar in my books. Like there's been ones where like the person that I'm interviewing or talking to goes like hard, right? Like similar to how Zach did. I didn't talk very much at all during that podcast, which is what I wanted, what I like. But they've all been the same. Like I love every conversation I have because I get to learn more about these people. If I'm being dead honest, this one we're having right now has probably been the most fun because I'm like not as serious. I'm like trying to make jokes. I'm like being loosey goosey. I know you guys a lot, and like out of all the people I've talked to on this podcast, the ones that I know, the ones that I have known, have been the hardest to do because I already know all the questions I ask. You know, it's hard to ask a question when you know the answer. It's like, so Zach, you wear glasses, right? It's like, duh. Like I've known that for years, but somebody listening might not
They're
know that.
fake.
I need readers though, honestly, bro.
Do you actually?
I just
Well, that's why I said that thing earlier. Bifocals.
no, I don't need bifocals.
Yes, I
No.
redeemed myself.
No, last week
Bifocals.
damn right I bought some bifocals.
Yeah,
but
I
last
messed
week
it up
I
again.
ended up putting like
Monocle.
the text on my like the size of the messages on my text messages. I have to make those bigger now, and to look at small print, I gotta take my glasses off. And
Well,
so
that's the reverse then.
exactly, dude. It's focal buys. It's just, damn it, that was
Hit
awful.
the boo. Hit the boo. If there was a boo. Boo.
There we go. What is this one again? I forgot. Oh no. There we go.
Yeah, I talked, so keep doing it.
Okay. That sounded pretty cool.
Just do it every time. We
Those are pretty loud. I'll turn it down a little bit.
talk. That one still gets me hyped up.
Listen to this first one. That's the theme song. I'm trying to find a new one. I don't like it at all.
Dude,
don't
I
like it?
love your theme song, man.
Oh yeah, when I hear it, I think of like.
Dude, that's
The
good.
AV Club.
I love that you do that, but I freaking cannot stand it.
What do you like about it? Let's talk it out.
Dude, because first of all, I got it from a website that I subscribe to because to make videos, you can't use songs that have licenses, you know? There's licensing issues. And so, like, if I was to use, like, a Meek Mill song on, like, a video project I was to do for a client, they could get sued, or I could get sued because they don't own the rights to the song. And so this website is, like, you subscribe, you pay, like, a monthly or an annual, and then you don't have to worry about the licensing because it's all artists that are, like, unknown, and they sell it to that website, and then they sell the licensing. So, you know, that's kind of how that works. So that song was one of them. And I was like, okay, I can use this because if I ever do end up making money, I don't have to get a license because I'll own the rights since I had that subscription. And I heard it on another ad the other day. I heard it on an ad on Instagram, and I was like, oh, man, they have the same freaking platform I use, and
Bastards.
they picked the same song. So it's like tainted, and then also like it doesn't really like it doesn't get me going like I thought it. Like at first I had picked it because I was like, okay, this song is good enough, and I have to start in 2 days, so I don't want to spend a ton of time. Like, believe it or not, if you make a video or you're making any sort of content, picking the music is almost the hardest part because there's so many songs, and there's a like an element of like emotion and feeling, and like the vibe has to be right in order for the music to, like, you know, it has to fit the music to fit the video.
That makes sense.
And that's like one of the hardest things in making videos. And so like that was something I was like, okay, works for now. My goal is to change it. My intent is to change. Just like the logo I had, right? Like it hasn't changed on iTunes yet, which is annoying, but like, and I want to change it again, which is stupid, but like the font's too small. The new one I just changed it to, the font's too small. You can't read it. So like
Is
if
it
you're
the one where you're with the mic?
if you're scrolling, you can't really see what it says. And I'm like, damn it. Like I didn't think about that element, but whenever I added it, but like the words have to be huge. My picture needs to be on there, I think, but it just doesn't need to be as big. I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. It's weird. I'm trying to change it though.
Do you have any stickers left?
You want a sticker?
Yeah, because
You want a sticker?
So you know how you made what was that Facebook post you made? The first 5 people to like this or share this or subscribe to my YouTube.
Yep. And you still haven't subscribed.
Look again because I was actually number 3, and you chose 5 other people.
Well, let me tell you something. You don't know the order you subscribe in because it doesn't tell you.
Hey man, I just know I told you I was number 3.
I don't make the rules, but I
You
did
just
on
play
that.
by 'em.
I did make the rules for that one.
Don't
51
play by the
subscribers. I
rules.
just got another subscriber.
Can you give a sticker to Kid Rock, please?
I'll give it.
I don't want him to wig out again.
I will give him one.
You worm out again.
I don't want him worm.
Yes, really. I would like a sticker.
Will you use it? I'll give you one for sure. Even if
Yeah,
you
I'll
don't.
put it on my mini fridge. I'll put it on my truck, dude. My 06 Chevy Silverado.
Don't put it on your truck.
Why not? Because you don't want people saying, "Hey, that's a piece of shit truck." I'm not listening to that piece
No,
of
no,
shit
no, no.
podcast.
No, it's
It's
the opposite. I don't want people listening to the podcast if it's on a cool truck.
Shut up. I'll put it on my Excursion.
It's the only Chevy Silverado that I'm against. Put it that way.
Hey, we're in the same boat,
Bro,
dude. Cheers to that.
Ryan is Chevy till he dies, dude. I've never met a Chevy hard I've never met somebody more hard for Chevys than Ryan.
Somebody with common sense, you mean?
Hey, man.
Yes.
I got a 7.3. You can say whatever you want about Chevys.
I don't know what that means, bro. It's not
It's
an
a Ford.
infraction.
But worst part about it, it's a motor. It's in a Ford. Worst part about it, it's in a Ford.
That means it's about to go out.
No, man. So my dad bought a 2001 7.3, 2001 Excursion 7.3.
The white one?
No, that's mine. My dad bought a black one.
He had a black one.
Yeah, and so he bought that brand new. My brother-in-law has it right now in Buda, just south of here.
Oh, I know Buda.
640,000 miles on it.
Holy crap.
And
Still
you're
running?
telling me it's about to go out.
I guarantee you
No.
that
He did a motor swap.
I
No
guarantee
way.
you they changed the motor.
No, they didn't. We've gone through 3 transmissions.
Oh, there you go.
It's in a Ford. It's in a Ford. It's not in anything else. Like, dude, Chevy, I love Chevys to death.
Cars are just, it's one of those things, dude. If you take care of them, they'll take care of you.
Yeah, true that. Talking
If
your
you
mic
don't-
though, Zach.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't
Was
do
he
the
not talking
maintenance,
enough into it?
No, you weren't. You were turning to the left. So the mics that we used, those are called dynamic mics. No. Those are dynamic mics, I think. I could have this mixed up, but
that's more than half, Zach.
those are called dynamic mics. Wow, dude. Those are called dynamic
Three-quarter.
mics. The ones that we used previously. The one that's sitting over there is one of the ones we used.
Yeah.
Those pick up the noise from everything around, 360 degrees, right? These are called compressor mics, I think. I could be getting the wrong word wrong. These only pick up from in front. So if you notice, listen to me. You hear me talking, and if I switch to the right, you can't really hear it as loud anymore. And then
Yeah.
now I come back, and you can hear it more. That's the point.
Okay.
I like these.
That's the point. Because like when you're talking to people next to each other, you don't want to hear his words in your mic and vice versa. That's why
That makes sense.
I know you keep looking at my hands. I keep turning Ryan's down when you're talking so that he.
I see you're turning Ryan's down when I'm talking, and you're also pushing the red button whenever I start talking, and then push it again when I stop talking.
Yeah, because that's
you
Ryan's.
talk too much.
That's Ryan's mic. I want to make sure his is dead
I'm
and
just too loud.
it's not picking up your sound.
Oh, is it because my voice carries, or I just don't shut the fuck up?
Well,
Probably both.
that's why. That's why, pretty much.
That's funny.
Dudes, I mean, listen, we've been going for 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Let's go to Yard House.
That's it? I thought it was longer.
I
No,
thought it was
well,
about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
well,
Can I ask one question real quick before we...
so that's a mistake. It was at 55 minutes, like 20 minutes before we went to the bathroom. So we're probably at an hour, almost 2 hours. Go ahead.
Hey, Zach, you know how you were saying the name of your business, right?
Yes.
How did you come up with that name?
Oh, that's a good question.
So my business name, Blues General Contracting. The reason I came up with that business
Wait,
name.
hold on a second.
Blue-
Brian,
Yeah.
that's a great question. Everybody snap. 1, 2, 3.
So the reason my name, my business's name is Blues General Contracting, is I started my business with a 2006 Chevy Silverado, color blue, and then
Good
I
choice.
also, oh fuck yeah, it's a great choice, man. Not as good as purple, but still pretty. 2 royal colors, blue and purple. And so I started with my Chevy, and then I also had my 2008 Mini Cooper Turbo S, and that was also blue. And so those are my work vehicles. Like I had a trailer hitch on my Mini Cooper, and I would haul around trailers. Like I met Aaron's dad in Stanton for a 0-turn lawnmower.
Shout out Stanton.
Shout out Stanton.
Yeah, shout out, Stan.
And so met his dad there because he was like, hey, man, here you go. Just take it. And so I drove down there in my Mini Cooper with my trailer on it, drove back all the way from Stanton to Lubbock, got 22 miles a gallon. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, they're both navy, like blue. And so I was just sitting there kind of wondering what kind of name I should give my company. And I was like, shit, man, simple and sweet. Nobody cares. I mean, it is what it is. And so that's the only reason it's blues. I'll probably end up changing it pretty soon. Whenever I move, I'm definitely going to change it soon.
So say it one more time slowly.
Blues General Contracting.
Rolls off the tongue.
That was good. That sounded good.
Did you like it, Aaron? Via?
Yeah, I did. What the hell? This mic is weird on my throat.
It was at the mic or
I've been battling through for the last 2 hours. No big deal.
what? Mike's been weird to you?
Yeah, dude, big time.
That's weird.
Blues General Contract. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What would you change it to?
Reds General.
Reds? Nah.
Oh,
I
is
mean,
it
if I
because
got a
is it
red,
because
it'd be
you're
a
Republican?
Dodge.
Is it because you're a Republican? I mean, Democrat?
Oh, hell yeah, man, because I'm not political.
There you go.
You're gonna change it to Rose General.
Rosalie, like my dog.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I'm going to change my business name to yet. I don't really like Blues is super simple. It's super easy. People remember it. But I mean, it really doesn't
That's
matter.
true.
Like the name of my company doesn't even really matter because I don't advertise. Everything I get is word of mouth and referral based. And so it's just, I don't even think, most of the time I don't even think about my business name. Like I don't even, like it's not something, because people don't call my business, they call me.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good. That's so no lie. Like in the creative world, word of mouth is like everything. Like,
In the real world.
well, no, that's not true. Like if you
Agree.
there's a lot of like
Disagree,
digital
sorry.
marketing that goes on that's not word of mouth. That literally, like the company I worked at prior to, the one I'm working at now, like they specialize in SEO, which is like search engine optimization. So like you Google Ryan Maldonado, if your SEO is the best, you're going to be the first thing that comes up, which is huge, right? And that's
Advertising,
not
yeah.
word of mouth, right? Which is massive, right? So like if you type in Ryan Maldonado and your SEO is bad, you're going to be on page 3 or 4.
That's how I like it.
They say this is like a saying. What the hell is this saying?
I don't.
You could hide a dead body on page 2 of Google search because nobody ever goes past the first page.
Totally agree.
I can see it.
You know what
Totally
I mean?
agree,
I think
but-
I butchered that saying, but that's like the gist of it.
That's the truth, but also I don't agree with you at all that word of mouth is not the best or referral is not the best, because
I didn't say that it wasn't the best. I just said it wasn't like.
it wasn't the best.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
You said it's the only way that works.
Oh,
And I said,
totally.
no,
No,
the
it's
only
not.
way.
You're totally right. It kind of just depends what kind of business you want to do.
Exactly.
Like
I agree.
for me, Daddy, stop.
Well, let's
So
continue.
for me, it doesn't matter that way because
Daddy,
whenever you
stop.
do,
Daddy, stop.
stop calling me Daddy, boy,
Can
I
you
was
sing
talking to
all
Ryan.
summer long?
motherfucker. All
Dude.
summer long,
Yeah,
I
can you sing
can.
that,
I don't know
please?
any words
Bam,
to any
bam,
songs.
bam. Is that it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Bam, 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 bam.
SEOs are awesome.
There's
it depends
only
what
one.
kind of what kind of business you want to operate.
Right.
The reason I don't like doing that
Mhm.
is because whenever I get somebody off Google who looks at my business, I don't know what kind of customer they are. Whenever I'm dealing with my word of mouth and referral based customers, and I've got a customer who is absolutely awesome, I expect them to send me somebody that is absolutely awesome I'd like to work for. In my line of business, whenever I work with somebody, if I meet them and I don't like them within the first 15 minutes and I can't get them to like me, because I can make pretty much anybody like me in the first 15 minutes, if I don't get them to like me, I don't work for them. And so
1, 2, 3.
I don't do work for those people,
Yeah.
because if you don't like me, I'm not going to like you. I don't make somebody that's an unhappy person happy, because I'm not going to keep messing with it. Like somebody that asked me to come and do a remodel for them, and I can tell they're really bitchy already. I tell them, hey, thanks for the opportunity, but now I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And so I agree with the SEO.
Mhm.
I think it is an awesome opportunity for some people. It just depends the kind of business you're doing.
No, I think you couldn't have said it any better. That's depends on the business. Because in my line of work, or what I want to be doing,
Phenomenal.
like, so think about it. If let's say I was a comedian that was like on the up and up, right? SEO wouldn't work. You can't advertise for comedy through an ad, right? Hey,
Yeah.
check out this. I mean, you can, but it's like,
I mean, Trevor Wallace sucked last weekend.
but I mean, you're not gonna get a good. You're not gonna get. You don't know what you're in for if you click like a 2-dimensional ad, right? Unless you see somebody tell you, hey, this comedian is great. It's just like your type of humor. Go see him. Compared to like a poster. Hey, a comedian's coming to your town. Go check him out. You know, that's a different. I agree with what you're saying. You're totally right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you too. Like in comedy, it's totally different.
I mean, in your line of work, it's different too. Like, same with my dad. Like, he doesn't have anything on the internet. Not a single thing.
you don't
Like,
need anything.
He doesn't advertise at all. Like,
No.
at a single bit. And he's like, he does well.
he's busy. Like he's got work locked up. Like
busy.
right now, I don't have any ads out, nothing. I have work lined up for a year, and I don't have any kind of advertisements. I don't care about social media. I care about personal relationships. Like that's the difference between our generation and the generations previous. Is our generation, all we care about is just looking online, what's online. We don't care about what the other generations, thrived off of, which is that face-to-face personal communication. That's what I thrive off of, and that's why people like me doing work for them.
But ultimately, if you were to add that social media presence or that advertisement, like online presence, don't you think you could just grow like crazy amount even more? Like if you're just getting all of that you have and you're a year out based on like just word of mouth, if you were to go to social media and things like that, couldn't you just grow even more?
Yes, you could. I could scale my business. I could grow, instead of growing vertically, I could grow horizontally, to where I could increase the amount of workers I have, and also at the same time probably increase vertically too. And so I would be able to increase the amount of workers I have. I could also increase the amount of time or amount of work I have locked up for X amount of years. But also it goes back to this too. I've got work lined up for a year right now. In 6 months, might not be a year, because some of those people that I told, yo, man, I can't get to you until like 9 months from now. There's a really good chance those people are going to say, hey, I found somebody else, 3 months before you could get here, so I'm taking them.
Right.
And so it all depends on the field that you're in. Like if people like my business and like my work enough, they'll wait however long I tell them to.
Yeah.
But I don't like making people wait, But also another saying is, under promise, over deliver.
Yes.
You don't over promise and under deliver, because all it does is piss people the fuck off. That's why I don't under promise and over deliver, or no, under deliver and over promise. I swapped those.
One of those.
I just tell people, hey man, I can get to your house in a month, and then I'll show up 2 weeks later and say, yo, I have an opening. You've got 4 days. Here you go. And then those people are ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. Sometimes they'll tip me. Sometimes they'll refer me to other people, because I came off as this reliable person that can get their work done at a very good price. And also it looks damn good.
But is there a cap on that?
Cap on what?
Like on like how many people you can do that like in a year? Like does that kind of limit you
Yeah.
from a business standpoint?
There is a cap, because Zach is only one person. He only has a finite amount of people working for him.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's so this is what I learned in my previous job as well. Is like when your work, let's say you're working at X price, you have X amount of employees. When you have so many people coming to you for business to where you can raise your price, you're going to drop in clients.
Yep.
But the ones who stay are going to be paying a higher price, and they're going to be more loyal. And so essentially you're going to be either making more money or the same money with less work.
Exactly.
So that's how scaling works. It's like you're working on like the bare minimum until you can get like to where your workload surpasses like what it's worth, right?
Yeah.
And then you change up pricing, and then once pricing goes up, people are like, "Oh, that's too expensive," and then they drop.
But the loyal clients will be there still.
And exactly.
Whenever you do good work, like mowing lawns, I had 40 lawns, and I was like, I charged lower than anybody else in Lubbock. I charged $40 a lawn, and so I had those 40 lawns, $40 a lawn, $1,600 every week, every 2 weeks. And then I said, you know what? I got to go up to 50. I lost 5 clients, but everybody else made up for it. And then those people that I still kept, they told their friends. And so then I would get them, and then I would bump it up another to $60, and I would lose more clients. But my workload, not as much. My income, as much or more. And so, no, Aaron, that is exactly what it is. That's business.
That's literally capitalism to a T, and it's beautiful when it works like that.
Supply versus demand.
It's freaking cool, man. But the thing is, it's like if you don't capitalize on like, if you're getting way too much workload and your prices aren't going up, you're gonna burn out. That's how you die as a business.
Are you nervous about moving? Like changing the name and everything, like that's kind of a
question. Before you answer that question, when you move, are you going to stop your business completely in Lubbock, or are you going to still have like a branch of it in Lubbock?
So that is something I've been kind of thinking about. I'll come back to your question, Ryan.
No, that's a good question.
Well, this is like a first part to that question.
Yeah. So I'm not. So I thought about it a while ago. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep my branch in Lubbock and then open up my branch in Dallas. And then I talked to my mentor, and I was like, what should I do? He goes, I just got a question. Would it be easier to focus all of your time on this one thing and still probably make, same amount of money, maybe a little bit less? Or would you rather stress your time between these two different places, your relationship between these two different places, and maybe make more money? So now I personally will not be continuing my work in Lubbock, but what I will be doing is hiring someone, or not even hiring, I will be taking a referral fee, a 10, 20, 30% referral fee for all of my loyal customers that I have now, to give them to an individual or a company that can take care of them. That way I still make royalties. And so if they're making 10 grand a month, I'll be making 2.
Good job. That's smart. For real, that's really smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's business. I mean, like, only reason I make as much money as I do right now is I have so many subcontractors. Like my concrete guy will say, hey, I'll do this for X amount of money. And I'll say, okay, well, you're doing it cheaper than anybody else. My customer's getting a better deal anyways. And now I get to add on my 20 or 30%. Now with my loyal customers, I only do 20%. So if it's $1,000 job and usually it costs $1,500, I will tell my customer, hey, $1,200, because my job is the connections. I'm in a lot of ways, I'm the middleman. I'm the guy that I get you what you need. Like, I can do whatever you need me to do because I know the right people to get the job done the right way.
Yeah.
And for a cheaper price. So, I mean, that's where I make a lot of my money, is I hire the trained professionals who are 40 years experience, 30 years experience, 49 years experience, like the guys that have been doing it pretty much their whole fucking lives. And I capitalize off that because, one, I help my customer save her or him 10, 20, even 30% sometimes with my percentage involved. And then I make my concrete guy or my electrician or my carpenter or whatever happy because I get him that job.
Yeah.
And that keeps him busy.
Yeah.
And so that's why I am
3, 2, 1.
am so grateful for the line of work that I'm in, because like I'm the middleman, but also whenever something messes up, I have to take the heat for it. Right. That, like, whenever with all my subs, everybody has to have insurance, because my insurance doesn't cover everybody. My insurance covers me and my company. And so, no, I'm not personally going to take the fall and the liability whenever I move. But I will still have business going in Lubbock. It's just, I'm not going to be there, but I also will be there because I am actually doing something different now.
Well, also, I mean, you tap into that DFW market, dude. It's way bigger than the Lubbock market. Like, there's no secret on that. You know what I mean? Like you said, you already were in Sherman.
True.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Sherman's
come on,
awesome.
dude.
But
everything's like 30 minutes away, no matter where you're at. You know what I mean?
P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
oh my gosh, are we talking about, what is that, Moana?
That's Nemo, dude.
Well,
I haven't found him
You're
yet.
cut off, dude. You don't even
Dumb.
Um,
Shut
no.
No, like I'm actually going. I'm moving to Dallas, but I'm actually going to right whenever I move, I'm going to Louisiana, and I'm helping with hurricane relief.
For free? Volunteer, right?
Fuck no. Money makes the world go round. You know, for me, I believe in generational wealth. I'm gonna make sure my mom is taken care of, and
What do you
I'm
mean
gonna
you-
help these other people.
What do you mean? What do you mean you believe in generational wealth?
Generational wealth. If you care about lineage, if you care about your family, and really even if you don't care about your family, you know, everything is subjective to who you are. Generational wealth is pretty much paving the way for your kids, grandkids, the lineage that's going to be going on after you are here gone.
I know what it is, but I'm asking, like, what do you mean, like, you believe in it? Like, you want that?
Yes,
what you're saying.
obviously,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
If I
your
believe in it,
goal.
I want it.
Yeah, that's your goal. Okay.
Yeah, my goal is generation. My goal is to take care of my mom.
Yeah. Do you
That's
believe
it.
it? Do you believe in COVID?
I believe in COVID, man.
Do you want it?
Just because you believe something doesn't mean you want it.
That's what you just said with generational wealth. You said I believe it, so that means I want it.
Wow,
That's
you caught me
That's
right
what
there,
you
man.
said. Hey, I'm just trying to make you look
No,
bad. Don't.
Hey,
him a
well, it's
mother.
okay. I can make myself look bad.
I didn't
you just
say
leave me
that.
on the microphone by
Hey,
myself.
don't put words in my mouth. I'm not trying to make you look bad. I'm just trying to make you look.
Now you're
horrible.
taking what I said
Hey,
earlier,
I'm just
asshole.
trying to make you look horrible.
He just put you in a blender, dude, and hit the chop button.
That's okay,
pushed,
man.
I pushed the milkshake button.
That's
all right, dude,
okay,
yeah.
because I'll be able to pull myself out.
That's true because you'll have
Oh, yeah.
generational
Oh,
wealth.
yeah.
No, my generations, past me will have generational wealth. I've got the ambition to make it for them.
Do
I'm
it.
just kidding. I agree with you. I think that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you people go down because my uncles went down to Puerto Rico and did work, and they were making a lot of money down there helping out when they had that blackout.
Insurance claims.
Yeah. I don't
Right.
know, but sure.
That's where the money is.
Fine.
And all that stuff. Yeah.
Insurance claims where you make your money in business. And in construction, insurance claims where you make your money.
Yeah. So going off of what you said earlier, you said you talked to your mentor and he said that you don't want to basically you don't want to split your time and your devotion between two places because you could do the same thing in the new place and do just as good if not better.
Yeah.
That is, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. That's music to my ears. I love hearing that. And the reason being is because I freaking believe that. I've heard that so many times. It's like, that's the mentality I'm trying to go into right now with like this, whatever route this is I'm taking. It's like if I'm trying to split it between, because my goal whenever I stopped working at the real estate place, my goal was to build my own media brand, right? And then do the comedy, do the podcast, do all this stuff. And then I just kept hearing like, dude, you got to cut all that stuff out. Like you cannot, it's not possible to put 100% effort into 4 different things, right? Because something is going to get
agree.
less effort. Something is going to get way less time and devotion and care. And then you're going to look like an idiot in that one, right? Like if I'm doing podcasts, but I'm like, my mind is on, oh, like I wonder, like I got this, I'm trying to build my media brand. So my media brand is tomorrow. My mind's gonna be worried about that next thing always.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. So I'm glad that whoever your mentor is, bro, props. That's freaking
Hey, shout out to Bobby Johnson.
Bobby Johnson and Hobo Johnson.
Hobo Johnson, dude.
They
That's-
are related.
That's
real
the
one, the
same
real one.
person.
No, he was my high school football coach, and that dude literally the only reason
Who
dude
was?
Bobby Johnson,
Oh, I
the
was gonna say
only
Hobo.
reason Hobo he was the assistant. No, Bobby Johnson. The only reason he decided he wanted to coach high school football so he could win a state championship. He won a state championship, retired the next year. The dude is he is a mastermind with business, and he has the ability to do whatever he wants because of where he put himself.
Yeah.
He came from a rough background.
He was a hobo.
No, that was his cousin.
Oh.
Hobo Johnson.
The way you said that
Who's
was
more
funny.
successful?
The way you said that was funny.
Who's more successful? So if you look at clout, Hobo Johnson's more successful. But if you look at actual equity, Bobby Johnson's more successful.
Well, if
than
you think
Hobo
about
Johnson.
equity includes, what is equity?
Poor guy.
Equity is what you own.
So like assets, right?
Assets.
Well, does Bobby Johnson have a Lamborghini?
Bobby Johnson.
No,
Okay,
no, but
first
his-
of all,
his
dude, you
Lamborghini-
drive that bitch off the lot 20% less than what it's worth.
That is a
You
huge
buy a
depreciating
house
asset.
or
I
buy
was just
40
kidding.
of them.
His
Bobby
initials are
Johnson.
BJ though, dude. So yeah, the
That's
next
true.
year, he loses.
Bobby Johnson, baby.
He loses. Hobo.
know.
That's
he
better
don't
than Hobo
lose.
Johnson.
Hobo.
HB,
I don't know, dude. He's been in the streets, dude.
HB.
Hobo.
Screets. No, dude.
Screech, screech.
No, man. Equity means assets mean more than anything.
Yeah.
You can bet your asset on that.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Ryan, you got anything to say?
I feel like I had a question that I was like holding in for.
I probably cut it off. I probably cut you off.
Nah. I think it was this dude over here.
No. You asked a question. I don't know if it was the same one, but you said, "Are you going to be going?" Wait, did you ask him if he was going to be doing both in Lubbock?
Yeah. I asked him that, and he kind of talked about that.
Okay.
There was another
You mean to
one.
expand or not?
No, thanks.
Okay,
Oh,
I
you
thought I
said-
did
You
enough.
said, "Do you think you're going to have trouble getting business?"
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I said, are you like nervous about it? You think you're gonna have?
No,
Yeah.
not a single bit. My pipeline in DFW is phenomenal. I've got a lot of people there. I've got people that will call me every week who I have no idea who they are, and they'll just say, "Hey, can you do this?" And I'll say, "Well, yeah, I can," because right now in DFW, I've got people that can do everything that my guys here in Lubbock can do. You know, like I've got subcontractors there and here. And so, well, not here is in Austin, but in Lubbock, Texas. I'm not worried at all because I get calls all the time, and my partner, who we haven't partnered yet, but whenever I finally make the move, we will. Michael Marcel, shout out Michael. Michael's got a pipeline. Like we both know enough people to make sure that business does not slow down, because business isn't going to slow down. I mean, my goal is whenever I get there, after I sell my house here in Lubbock, I'm going to take that money, and it should be about 50. And so I'm going to take that. I'm going to spend 10 on a fifth wheel, and then spend about 15 on a dually. And then I'm going to save the other 25. I'm going to take some of that money. I'm going to buy 5 acres, and I'm hoping Northwest Dallas. And then I'm going to build my house from there, because me personally, like what AV was saying earlier, I can do pretty much everything myself. Now I can run my electrical. I can do most of my plumbing. I will not do my rough ends. I can do my top outs and my fixtures. I can do all my drywall. I can do all the framing, but I will not do the rafters. I will have my 49-year experienced master carpenter come and do that, and I'll pay him $5,000 to come and do it. I can do pretty much everything I need to on that house. Michael Marcel can do everything on that house. And so I'm going to build a 1,500 square foot house first, just to get my feet wet building. And then I'm going to build a 3,000 square foot house, and that's going to be a homestead. And so I'm not worried about business at all going down, because I'm also not going to be just in DFW. I mean, I'm going to Houma, Louisiana for 2 months to do insurance work and hurricane relief. And then after that, I've got 3 or 4 jobs lined up in other states too. And so I'm just going to be a traveling contractor. And whenever I get off, I'm going to and go home. I'm pretty much just going to go and keep building my house. And so business, I know too many people, and I've got too many connections everywhere, that my business is never going to fail unless I make it fail. And that's probably not going to happen, because I'm not.
So when you say that, you mean like where you stop putting in the effort and shit, right?
Exactly. Whenever I decide life is going to just fuck me instead of me fucking life.
I hear you. That's good.
Oh, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Very excited.
You seem like you're pretty excited about it. You were telling me earlier, like, you feel like you have more freedom to do that now, and I think that's good, right?
Yeah, man. I'm not tied down. I got nothing holding me back from doing whatever I want to do, besides what's in my head.
I mean, no shade or nothing, right? But
no, man. No, none at all, man. That's in that aspect, that is all completely love.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. There's no negative connotation to that at all. It's the fact that what's better for me is better for somebody else too.
Yep.
And we both, we love each other.
Yeah.
And life goes on, I mean, I wish the best for that person. That person wishes the best for me.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I didn't want it to make it sound like it was negative or nothing.
Yeah.
So
No, thank you.
Clarify.
Thank you for clarification. But no, I mean, we'll see each other again. Like we enjoy hanging out and being together. But it's just at this point in life, me and that person, we're in 2 different spots in our lives, and she's growing, I'm growing, and it doesn't matter whether we grow apart or not, because we both at the end of the day care about each other and care about each other's own individual success, and not the fact that we need to be there for every step of each other's progress. It's about, like, for me, I'm all about personal growth. My life is my life. I don't give a shit what happens, or not necessarily what happens. I don't care what somebody else does with their life, because I have no control. I control my life, and that's it. And so, no, I mean, there's no shade. I mean, I love her to death, and she loves me to death. And that's how it's going to be for a while, until one of us decides otherwise.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just happy. That's all. Among other things.
You kind of look like Austin Powers right there when he did that.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Gravy, baby.
It was awful.
That's all I got to say about that.
Listen, guys.
Oh, shit.
You guys are the first. Are you guys the first people?
Duo? Couple?
You guys, first of all, you're the first duo.
Thruple?
You're the first thruple.
Fuck yeah.
You're
That feels wrong.
You guys are the first. You're the first people who have drove and got in a hotel to come and be with me and spend the time here and be on this episode or this podcast. And so I honestly am super grateful for that. First round's on me tonight, boys.
Appreciate the invite, dude. We talked about it.
Second.
We talked about it a while back, and he brought it up, and I was like, dude, we got to check, make sure AV's cool with it. And he's like, I'll call him right now. And then he called me.
Oh, yeah.
was
Hey,
good,
how
dude.
is that new mic working?
You're using it right now.
This is it?
That's it.
Hey, thank you, baby. This is great.
It's good, bro. It's freaking
I'm glad
awesome.
you got it.
Dude, me too, man. I appreciate it. And I'm freaking I love you guys so much. I'm so glad you guys came down here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how to, I don't know what situation could replicate this. I don't know how to describe a situation that would be similar to this, but it just means a lot to me that you guys would come down here to just talk to me and do this for my thing, you know?
I came down for Ryan.
Although
Appreciate it.
I'm
Nah,
not,
nah.
You
I'm
said
not-
appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not making any money on this. And eventually one day, hopefully it will make money.
That will.
And then I'll pay for you guys to come down. I promise you, that's my goal is if this thing gets to that caliber, I will literally pay for the guests to come down and stay just to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate that you guys put your own money in and your own efforts and took time off of your schedules to come down here and make time for me. So I appreciate that. Just want to let you guys know that.
Are you going to put me at the Hilton or the Motel 6?
No, they're
Under the bridge of the homeless
I
people?
was going to say 183 is free now. I will buy you a tent.
You belong at the Scottish Inn, dude.
Hey, that's better than the Motel 6, dude.
I don't know about that, dude. They
Yeah.
rebranded. They rebranded.
Bed bugs everywhere.
on,
That's
that's
what I
so
love,
funny.
man.
Come on, dude.
I'll fry them up and
Don't
eat
be
them.
doing that.
All right, you
Nah, dude,
idiots.
it's an honor, man. Appreciate you having
All
us.
right, AV, so tell us, give us your closing statement.
Listen. In life, curveballs will be thrown. Contractors will lose subcontractors. That's just a part of the game, right? We can agree with that. Sorry. At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you have the ones close to you that are going to be with you no matter what, thick and thin, to talk to when you're having hard situations, circumstances, or just to be with you in the celebrations. It doesn't matter. Those people will be with you forever, and you got to cherish that always. And so with that being said, I love you boys to death. I'm glad you guys came down here. And you guys are unpunked.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I was about
Hey,
ready to get
Ryan,
run through
thanks
that
for
wall
coming
right
down.
there.
Hey, listen.
Hey,
Zach was about to cry. Ryan was about to freaking, I don't know.
I'm
fall
not
to
I was
crying.
juiced
That
up,
was so
dude.
unauthentic.
Listen, bro.
I was about to run through that
Go,
wall.
you
I'm
go
telling
then.
you.
No, I don't have. I mean, all I got, dude.
That's what I thought.
All right, you want me to go?
No, this is what you're gonna say. Let me. This is what you're gonna say. No buttons, dude.
What is it?
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Tell me
Okay.
what you think I was
No
going to
cap,
say.
no buttons.
This is what you're gonna say. This is Trump's America 2024. He's gonna win again.
I am not Michael Marcel.
All right, say your closing statements. I'm wrapping this up. We got to do an ad after this.
Hey man, thank you very much for having me on the show. I enjoy coming down here every single time. Really sad, but also I'm looking forward to releasing our episode together.
Mhm.
I do want it to be organic,
Selfish.
but I
Yeah.
do want some bleeps.
Some of these.
I cussed a fuck ton, so yeah. No, I want a few bleeps.
You say
Shit,
that.
I missed that one.
You say that while you cuss.
No, man, I do want to release that episode. I want it to be, but I don't want to hurt your artistic integrity by making it inorganic. But I do need a few bleeps because I definitely said some things that should not be heard by the general population.
Listen, here's what's gonna happen. I don't mean to cut you off.
You
you
did.
I will make it. I'm not gonna edit anything. I'm gonna put it on a thing to where I can send it to you, MP3, right?
And
you
I'll
can
tell
listen
you
to it, and that'll
Second
be
word.
I don't know when that will be. That's the issue, right?
I don't care.
Okay, so then once that happens, I'll send it to you. You tell me what you want out, and I'll take it out. If it's too much, I'm just gonna be like, dude, we have a good second
We'll
one.
figure it out.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to say about that because I just
No,
didn't
and
want. And it's not inauthentic. Even if we were to cut a chunk out, I just don't want to cut any chunks out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's gaps in it where it's going to be like people aren't going to understand what was said, and like I just don't want to go through that hassle. I want to try to keep this as like consistent and organic as possible. So like,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's not, honestly, dude, I'm not mad at you for it. I'm like, it is the only thing that's like a problem is like, we did waste time if we're not going to air it, right? But we still had a good conversation. So it's like really not even a waste of time.
Exactly. It's all how you view it. I mean, I didn't view it as
I
a waste of
hated it.
time. Well, that's fine, but I didn't.
I love
And
it.
I
love
don't
it.
care how you felt about it.
Well,
I
you just
enjoyed
said.
it.
You just said.
Well, I loved it.
Well, I did too.
Well, you just said
Well,
you hated
don't
it.
put words
I'm
in my
getting.
mouth.
Shut the fuck. Oh, you asshole. No, man. I want it to be organic because that's who you are. You're authentic, but obviously, I'm not gonna have something that is gonna make me and others, living or dead, look incriminated. Rest in peace to everybody.
Yeah.
But I just want to let you know, man, thanks for having me again here. I would like to come back again and just
Mm-hmm.
have a solo with you. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like you to get out of the room too next time and just have me and Ryan do a solo.
All right.
Guest host. But
I need a life alert button for that one.
A life alert.
no, he needs a 911 or a taser or something.
Dude, in all sincerity, I appreciate you wanting to respect people who can't speak for themselves and stuff. And that's why we don't say names. That's why we don't like incriminate anybody who's not there to speak for themselves. It's like that integrity part is like crucial as well. And so
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I understand it. I totally understand why. It's just, like when you make something, you're like, oh, I want to put this out. And then you can't.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal.
I know
it's
it's
like,
not. If it was a big deal, you wouldn't have. I wouldn't be here right now.
That's true.
So trust me, I knew you understood the respect I had, and I understood the respect you had,
Yeah.
and that's why I respect you for making your podcast so organic as it is. Because this one, you don't gotta do a bleep or a ee at any time. Because I don't give a shit, man. I mean, I am me. I'm authentic, and if people love it, people hate me. And so, for my closing statement, move those fingers. So for my closing statement, man, thank you very much, AV. I've enjoyed being here. And only way you're going to get to where you want to be is if you do it yourself. Nobody else. You cannot depend on anybody else in your entire life. This is all about you. We're all selfish. That's human nature. And what happens, happens. You can't change life. You just have to roll with the punches and keep going. And so I'm glad that you moved here. I hate this city, but I love you, and that's why I'm here.
City. You haven't experienced it yet.
Okay, yeah, I don't have any siblings that have lived here for multiple years, and I haven't been here for. You're totally right. But I hate this city.
You lived here for a year?
No, man. My brother lived here for 3. My sister lives in Buda right now, and she lived in Austin for 2 years. And
She
so
loved it.
she hates the shit out of this place. Her husband hates it even more.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do they live 30 minutes south then?
Because it's not here.
It's so close to here, it might as well be here.
Well, kind of, but Buda is also a little bit further to where's your closest Cabela's? Buda?
Literally Buda.
Exactly.
Get this,
All the
though.
country boys are there.
Buta's a 35, 40-minute drive to Cabela's. If you really love hunting that much, you'd do that easily. So it's not that far.
But if you love hunting that much, you probably aren't living in the city unless this is, just where you go.
True.
But I don't care either way. No, man, I hate this city, but I love you. And so, I mean, I'll always come for you. Take that how you want, asshole. So, no, thanks for having me, man.
I love you, bro.
I've enjoyed
I appreciate
being
it.
here.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man. Ryan, I'm not gonna lie to you. This doesn't have to be heartfelt. This is just whatever you want to.
Yeah, I'll throw it out there.
Mine wasn't either, dude. It was
Zach's-
just true to you.
Zach's was true and heartfelt, and I appreciated it. But I just want to let.
That's
both-
just who I am as a person, though.
Yep.
I'll throw it out here real quick.
I didn't even
That's
push it
talking
that time.
shit right there.
I didn't even push it that time, dude.
Dude, that's
I
on
don't
you.
agree with the small talk shit.
Anyways,
Yeah, so just want to say thanks for inviting me, man, for a second time. Love you like a brother, and you know that. You're my brother. Appreciate you with this idiot over here, Kid Rock.
Cheers, baby.
Um,
as long as Kid Rock, not Zach Olsen, I don't care.
Shout out Adiel, love you. Big head, screw off, dude. I freaking ruined you. But we had fun here, man. We had fun. I appreciate being here, and it was a good time, man.
love you boys. All right, ready?
Man.
1, 2, 3.
Balls.